Hi, my name is Angelina Chapa, and I was a recipient of the Bracken Award last spring at the TAIR conference, and it was focused on English language learners. So my proposal was focused on parental involvement and literacy nights for my parents in my classroom. And so as you can see there on the first slide, it says parental involvement, the most important factor for student success, and I truly believe that. I make sure that I tell my parents that they are their child's first teacher and most important teacher. My proposal focused on family literacy nights, and so these events were centered around making reading and literature fun for the whole family. My proposal also included funding for books that were related to our literacy nights, the materials to carry out the activities for those literacy nights, and also refreshments. So in one of my literacy nights, it was titled Science, Reading, and Fun, and for that literacy night we purchased the books, the first encyclopedia of the human body, and the reason that I chose that book was because I realized that my students were really interested in science, and I thought they would really enjoy, seeing real pictures of the human body and learning about the human body. And the activities, what we did was we read about the heart. We couldn't read the entire encyclopedia because it was quite lengthy and full of information. I knew that the students were going to take that home and continue to explore it with their families. But the activity that I did to go along with the book was to go to the gym and play games with the siblings and the students and the parents. And the picture included here is the students and their siblings using the parachute to bounce a ball over to the parents who also had a parachute, and they were trying to bounce the ball back and forth between the two parachutes and having to work as a team to accomplish that goal. Another activity or family literacy night that I had was called Working with Homophones, and the book that I used for that night, and all of my students received that book, Dear Dear, was focused on homophones. This was a two-part effort. I had to prepare for the evening, but my students also had to prepare for the evening in that they had to make a homophone file folder game that they would use that evening to play with their parents. And so that evening, that's what we did. We shared the book, Dear Dear, and then we also had the parents share some Spanish homophones, because there are some Spanish homophones. And so we talked about them and compared them to the English homophones, and realize that it's very common because they're very common because you can get them confused easily. And then after we shared the book and did the discussion and did the sharing, the students played their file folder games with their parents. And then I've also included here some pictures of my students and their parents and their siblings that attend my family literacy nights. And as the slide says, the smiles say it all. This is probably one of the biggest highlights, is to see the parents come to school and enjoy their time with their students in an academic setting. I plan on hosting future family events. Since last spring, I have left the classroom, and I am currently working at Region 9 as the bilingual ESL education specialist. But part of my role there is to also promote family involvement or parental involvement and literacy. And so I have a math family night planned at a local elementary this spring. And so I can't wait to tie literature to math to expand students' literacy. And the book that I've chosen is called The Lion's Share, A Tale of Having Cake and Eating It Too. And I really enjoy this book because it has lots of math concepts, including fractions and multiplying. but it also has play on words and idioms. So I think that that's going to be very beneficial for all students, but especially for English language learners. So I hope that after listening and viewing this presentation, you have a better understanding of how I used my Bracken Award, and maybe also got some ideas on how you can get your parents involved too. Thank you. Have a good day.